If you're like me, then you're probably pretty excited about the new Super Mario RPG Remake. It's something that many of us wished for over the years, but never expected would actually happen. It seemed like we would never see another game like Super Mario RPG. But all the while, an indie game developer called Dragon Vein Studios had been working on a spiritual successor of sorts. This is another Crusade. This game was shown off at the recent Limited Run Games showcase, and it immediately caught my attention. I went right over to Steam and wishlisted it, but then I saw that there's a free demo that you can already download, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. This game is coming to every platform in September, and I can't wait for it. So this game is heavily inspired by Super Mario RPG, and it wears that inspiration on its sleeve. And it even has the timing-based mechanics of the battle system from Super Mario RPG as well, along with the silly dialogue, colorful characters. This game might just have it all, but it's still a little bit too early to tell. I played through the demo, which took me less than an hour. I took my time battling all the enemies I came across and talking to everybody and trying to buy the best equipment and doing just a little bit of exploring. But yeah, even though I died one time on the final boss, I managed to still finish the whole thing in 45 to 50 minutes. So you play as this knight, but pretty much you're in this peaceful land that is experiencing some sort of a meteor shower. You find a fragment of a meteor, and guess what? Suddenly monsters are all over the place, raiding the villages, and you being a knight, you spring into action and you try and save everybody. You start out in the forest, you're kind of talking to a few people along the pathway, and you're making your way into town where people are in danger. The forest area serves as a good little tutorial. It introduces you to the game's mechanics. There are monsters to fight and NPCs to talk to here and there, and sort of a mini boss at the end of the forest as well, which gave sort of a challenge actually. It was a little bit harder than I imagined. I didn't do any grinding in here, I just simply battled the monsters I came across, and it worked out well enough. It's going to depend partly on how well you do with the battle system itself. It's turn-based, so you can take your time thinking about your strategies and how you're going to approach each battle. However, there is an action element to it, much like in Super Mario RPG and in the Paper Mario games even, where if you hit the attack button at the right time, you get a bonus hit. And if you hit the attack or defend button at the right time when you're being attacked, you'll take less damage. So this plays a huge role in how successful you are in each battle. And I gotta say, it's a lot harder than Super Mario RPG or Paper Mario for that matter. The timing is not always obvious, it's very fast. I find the animations don't have a very predictable wind up, so over time you get better at it, you kind of learn when to press the button, but it is tough. It is a very short window you have, and it's not always obvious, especially as you're going on and you're encountering different types of enemies with different types of attacks. And it'll take you a little while before you can kind of master defending against each enemy, even especially when enemies have more than one types of attack. Often they'll have a melee attack and some sort of ranged or magical attack. It keeps things interesting, and it does give a good challenge. You know, Mario RPG is not very difficult. Paper Mario is not very difficult. This game is looking to be a little bit more difficult, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I think the game looks pretty nice. It's not going to blow you away visually, but it has a very kind of cute and charming style to it. All the characters basically look like wooden toys, like wooden puppets or something like that. So it has a very sort of cartoony look to it, very playful, fun visual style. Nothing super high detailed or anything like that, but it does its job and it sets the tone for this game, which you're not supposed to take too seriously. That being said, it's very easy to get into. Again, not much of the story is really spelled out for you in this demo. I'm sure it goes much deeper as you go through the entire game. Looks like there are going to be some puzzles in this game. There's one minor puzzle when you're getting into the city that I didn't really understand the puzzle. I just kind of kept trying it until I got it, and it didn't take very long. It took about a minute or so. But you get into the town, and then, yeah, everything's going crazy, and you're just rescuing everybody from these monsters that are attacking. You open up a merchant's shop after you save the merchant, and you can buy some armor and weapons to prepare for the actual boss fight of the demo. This boss is pretty tough. You do get an ally that joins you during this battle, which is very nice. You get a wizard that joins you, and yeah, I died the first time on this one, and I feel like I barely made it the second time, but pretty fun. Once you get the strategy down and you start getting the timing of the attacks and defenses down, it's manageable. Again, I didn't go back and grind anything. I just went at a leisurely pace, and yeah, it was manageable, and I felt like things were just getting good. Things were getting really good and really interesting, and then I leave town, and that's the end of the demo. So I'm really looking forward to this game, though. It's funny that all these years we never thought we'd see another game like Super Mario RPG. This came in to fill the void, and now we're getting the Mario RPG Remake a couple months later. But hey, in the meantime, Mario RPG comes out in November. This game, Another Crusade, comes out in September. I think this will definitely give us something to satiate our appetites until the remake comes out later in the year. But we'll see when the full game releases, you know. I'm impressed with the demo. I like what I've played so far, and I recommend checking out the demo. Again, this is going to be on every platform, it looks like: Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC. PC is where I played the demo on Steam, and yeah, I'm just excited to play the full game. It looks like it's going to be a good one. Just wanted to share this with you guys because I think a lot of people probably haven't heard of this one unless you watched the limited run games showcase, that was pretty exciting, man. I was pretty excited about a lot of games on that thing. We didn't get E3. That was a pretty good presentation though. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.